Hey Paul. First of all, you've been. I think you missed last game. How are you doing with the right foot injury?
Um, Better. I mean, it's a day-to-day, process, but I'm doing better.
Was it related to the bone edema thing from a couple weeks ago?
Yeah,
Okay.
kind
And
of flared up again.
um, I guess as you manage throughout the season, like how do you gauge when you should be going, when you shouldn't be going? Obviously, you want to be out there, you want to be playing and helping the guys out, but the team's goals are obviously playoffs and eventually championships. So how do you balance that?
Um, I mean, you play through what you can, and what you can't, you got to be smart about. If it was my way, I wish I could be on the court, play all of the games. But some days it's more sore than others. So, you just look ahead and plan ahead.
Thanks.
Thanks. Go to Farbod.
Hey PG, in regards to that bone edema injury, is it something where they told you it's going to be lingering for the rest of the season, or is it going to fade away at some point?
Well, we're trying to figure it out now. Honestly, we're trying to get on top of it now. Hasn't seemed to go away yet. But at this point, it's just managing the soreness and the swelling.
Thanks. Go to Andrew.
Paul, Ty before the game was talking about how when there's not as much lineup continuity as you would like because of injuries, it can be hard sometimes to feel like you're making as much progress as you would be otherwise. Because you guys have been through this with injuries for the last 2 years, like, are there ways you feel like, even though you guys are shorthanded, you guys can still make progress, find ways to maximize your time together, even when Serge and Pat and Rajon are still out?
Yeah, I mean, it's no pity party. Nobody's gonna feel sorry because we got guys out. I mean, we got to find ways to get the job done. And I think we've been doing that up until the last, two games where we've slipped, had some slippage. But I think overall, I mean, we've been finding ways to do it. We've had some lineups that hasn't played a lot of minutes together out there, and we've been successful through a lot of those times. So, that has nothing to do with it. I think tonight we just we didn't bring it. We didn't have enough as a team.
Thanks. Go to Rachel.
Hey, Paul. You guys are getting down to the final third of the regular season, and I know you talked about at the beginning of this season that you really wanted to use the regular season to get ready for the playoffs in a way maybe differently than last year. So what do you think you still need to do in this final third that will set you up for success in the postseason?
I think for us is, I think it's just building habits still. We just got to solidify habits, and hopefully at some point we'll have a full healthy team and a full team that's back, so we can just get games under our belts with those lineups. But for us, it's just building habits, and creating an identity, which you always want to do. I think as well as we played this year, that the identity of this team is. We're still trying to solidify that. So at some point, we got to find who we are and stick to that as a team.
What would you like the identity of this team to be, ideally?
I mean, we just got to be a tough team. We got to be a tough team that flies around defensively. We're so good. We have so many athletes. When teams play us, that should be what they fear. That this team, is scrappy and they fly all across the floor and they make plays defensively and offensively. I mean, we got enough to score and make plays, especially if our defense is rolling and our defense is leading to our offense. That's when we're at our best. So I think for us, it's just really hanging our hat and stepping up defensively.
Thank you.
Thanks. Go to Ohm.
PG, how different of a look do the Nuggets present now with Aaron Gordon out there? How much more of a challenge are they?
I mean, it's more so. I thought they had a lot of crashers, and they're a cutting team. So Aaron Gordon is perfect for their play style, and it almost fits right in with how they cut, they move, They play off the ball a lot. So I think, picking him up was big for him because that's his play style. And, he's going to shine in the offense. But I thought he was effective just with his cutting and extending plays with offensive rebounds and, just being a guy that we had to box out. It was allowing another person to go and get a rebound. So, he definitely was a challenge for us.
Law, you can go ahead.
You mentioned that you're trying to manage this foot-toe issue. You had a dunk very early in this game, but there were some struggles driving, finishing in the paint, and just wondering, how do you manage that on the court? How do you get to the point where you can feel like you can finish effectively and consistently?
It's just figuring it out. There's really no pop on the right foot because it's, I can't really bend my toe and have that flexion all the way on that second toe. So it's just figuring it out. I got to figure it out. Most importantly is if I can play and play with minimal pain, that's what I'm going for. We got to figure it out though.
Thanks. Go to Justin Russo.
Hey, PG. You guys just got done with a 6 games and 9-night stretch. How much are you and the guys looking forward to 2 straight days off to rest, recalibrate, and get ready for the stretch run?
I think everybody is. Everybody is. We'll definitely use these 2 days to kind of, charge the batteries. It's more of a mental thing than physical. So I think it's good. Get away, take some time off. And, I'm sure we'll have a practice day on that second day, get back to it, and kind of just iron out the wrinkles that we've been having.
Thanks.
And we'll take one last question from Mason.
Hey, PG. I'm just wondering if you could share some thoughts on Terrence, just what you see his potential to be as a player going forward.
His potential is through the roof. You see a kid that can do everything, and to me, those are the scariest players because you can't put a position on them. T-Man is a positionless player. And in this game, that's golden. So he's got the gift. He's got the gift to do everything. He can defend. He can score. He rebounds great. He pushes in transition. Once he just develops the confidence in his shot and shooting off the bounce, and working on his handle, all those things come as a young player. You continue to work and put the time in, all of that stuff. Those are the stuff that, if that's the last thing that they got to work on, you're going to be a good player. He's sky's the limit for the kid, and I'm looking forward to it. To see him develop and see him grow.
Appreciate it.